Hello, I'm Tilly and welcome to my kitchen. Now this is a bit of a catch-up really of everything that's going on because there's been quite a few changes. The first one being that the interest rate in the UK now has gone up to 3%. So obviously that's putting even more pressure on everybody. It's absolutely brilliant if you've got savings and you're getting a higher interest rate, but a lot of us haven't got that savings, so we're all going to be paying more on our interest on our mortgages, unless you've already got a fixed rate mortgage. If you've got a fixed rate mortgage, that's brilliant. But if you haven't got a fixed rate mortgage, we're all going to be paying more for our mortgages. So that's another bit of pressure that's going on our finances. So there's going to be a lot of people struggling even more now. So we've all got to tighten our belts somewhere. We keep being told that we've got to tighten our belts, but you can only do it so much. The fuel costs are going up, and now the interest rates are going up. The food is going up. The cost of everything, the cost of living is just going up constantly, and it's getting more and more difficult. So, well, some of the things that I'm doing. I did mention in a previous video that my daughter and her boyfriend may be moving in with us. They're now here. They've moved in with us. So I am absolutely delighted with that. So the reason being, they'd finished the season where they was working and they was moving on and going to be having to move their accommodation. So they're renting. So that because they had to move, they have to put down a huge deposit. The rentals are going up so much now in the UK. They're really quite high to rent properties, as I'm sure a lot of you already know. The cost of renting properties is just going sky high. And if you're going to get a new rental, so you're just trying to move house and get a new property, you have to put a great big deposit down, huge, and it's just, they just can't afford it. They just cannot afford it. So they've moved in with us, and we're now going to be pooling our resources. So obviously the food and bits and pieces that I bought for prepping is now when it's going to really come in, because prepping is for any situations that come up that you're not expecting. Where you have to draw on those resources, the prepping that you've already done. This is when it really starts to help, not just for everything that's coming, or possibly coming, but for when things like this crop up. So the prepping that I've already done is going to be really helpful now in these next few months with two more people in the house. But aside from that, he is a really strong, big, burly man that can help me in the garden. And I am so pleased, and he's quite happy to help. We're all helping each other in this situation, so it works for all of us. So that is brilliant. So he's going to be helping me in the garden, well, helping us in the garden. So fingers crossed, I'll be able to get my garden moving a bit more. Now, what else I've been doing is I've made some jelly. It's still warm. So I've made some jelly out of some juice. So mango and orange juice. So 2 litres has made 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 and a half jars of jelly. So once that's set, doesn't it look lovely? Once that's set, that's all good. So just 2 litres of juice, 100% juice, with some sugar and some pectin, and I've made 11 and a half jars of jelly. Brilliant. So that's all good. I've been processing the apples. So I've got 2 big bowls of apples here, and they are covered in water with citric acid on to stop them going brown. You can use lemon juice or whatever you want, but These ones have got citric acid to stop them going brown, and they're going in the dehydrator to make crisp, some apple crisps. So that will be really, really nice. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention was the grain is now being exported from Russia and Ukraine, which is brilliant. I mean, that was, you know, just a couple of days ago when that agreement all came into place. So that's been brilliant. That is, it was stopped and then it started and it was stopped and now it's started again. So the grain is now moving and it's being exported. So brilliant news, really, really good news. It's a bit of a delicate situation with all that. It could change. It could change again. But for now, the grain is moving. It's being exported. So all good. No, brilliant. So that will help with the food production and all that sort of stuff, keep costs down and get the food where it's really needed. In some countries that it's really, really needed. Now, the other thing that I wanted to mention was I did a video, I think it was the video before last, about the yellow label as the essentials, just essentials range, the yellow label stuff. And I forgot to mention, because I didn't have it in my notes, I've got it in my notes this time. I forgot to mention a guy who does food comparisons. So he gets the branded, named the, you know, proper brands and the cheaper brands, and he compares them. And he is the Bold Foodie guy on YouTube. And he's really, really good. And it was because one of the reasons I started using the Just Essentials brands was because of him. So if you haven't checked him out already, and you're thinking maybe you want to try the Essentials range, but you're not sure if it's any good, check out the Bold Foodie guy, because he's really, really good. He's a nice guy, just does straight comparisons with whatever food. Bisto gravy against the yellow brand gravy, the Essentials range. That sort of thing, but he does it with lots and lots of different things. He's got loads of videos of that with all different tests, and he's a really nice guy. So check him out, Bold Foodie guy. And that's it. That's all I have to say today. I've done all my notes. So not brilliant news with the interest rates, more costs, you know, cost of living going even higher now. So just try and do the best you can. Keep going. Keep going, you will be fine. All my love to you, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.